But we have the Euros, which kicked off on Friday. It is now in full flight. So, Brett, when we talked about this tournament before, I think mainly privately, you have contended that this is actually the best tournament, even over the World Cup. Go ahead and flesh that argument out for everybody.
The World Cup is great because it's global, right? Like it's inclusive to every continent and country in the world. But you do get a lot of pretty poor teams that then have to take spots. I mean, honestly, if the World Cup was like a true like democratic meritocracy, it would be like 20 teams from Europe every year. And that's basically what you get with the Euros, right? Obviously, look, there's like your San Marinos and stuff that exist in Europe and your Gibraltars that get, outshot 50-1 or whatever by some of these teams. But for the most part, like you're getting the best soccer nations in the world outside of Argentina and Brazil. You get Germany and Spain and all the teams that are usually we're talking about winning a World Cup. And then the competition from top to bottom, especially when you get into the knockout stages, is just elite. Like there's no Honduras that's going to sneak into the, a final 8 round or the knockout round or something like that. I mean, you're going to get Switzerland, Denmark. Like these are tough, like good soccer teams that have a lot of players that play in Big Five leagues. So if you're looking for the quality and not the inclusiveness of an international tournament, the Euros is probably your best bet.
So how do you marry that with like kind of the upset nature that we've seen in the Euros? Like there hasn't been a Greece 2004 victory in the World Cup that I can think of. Even like Portugal had success. They obviously won recently. Denmark won one recently. These aren't people that have really even snuffed a championship in the big dance though that's held every 4 years, but can get to actual championships in Euros. So I'm not trolling you whatsoever. Is there something about the Euros that allows the underdog to win?
Well, I think part of it is because the World Cup is a little more watered down up to probably like the final 4 to 8 teams, because you can get some buys even in the knockout round in the World Cup. So I think it's kind of that sense where because it is a deeper competition top to bottom, the favorites have a better chance of losing in the randomness of a knockout tournament, where there is a huge gap between like the best European teams in Argentina and Brazil and the rest of the world in the World Cup. So they can kind of skate through some easier matches in the knockout round.